forgot to clog in.
We are now recording for the record, so.
Perfect.
Hello, YouTube.
Oh, hey there.
Hi, 5 viewers.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay today, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah, you're coming
Oh,
through just
yeah.
fine.
New year, new you.
New year, new me. I got AirPods for Christmas, so that's what I'm using right now with my phone, and it's turning out well.
Nice. Very nice.
The mic on those things is unbelievably good. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
apparently. And I'm like, I can turn and look at Alex and still talk, and it's not going to affect you being able to hear me.
Sounds amazing.
We should all get AirPods.
Do it.
Yeah,
This-
I think our DM should buy us all a pair. I think you're right.
Yeah,
This
I'll
episode-
get Tony on that.
This episode of D&D Baldur's Gate was not supported by Apple AirPods, just by the way.
Though
But
we
if you're
wot say no
interested-
to a deal.
I was gonna say not yet, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yo,
I
Tim,
even
if you're
bought-
listening.
Yeah, really. I even
It
bought
is,
like a cute little baby Yoda thing for it.
It's still Tim Cook, right?
Idea.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Okay. Well, as long as we're accurate in our shit posting. And well, I suppose that's enough chitter chatter, yammering on, as they say. As I say, I suppose. The royal they. Let's get back into it. New year. Back at Baldur's Gate, descent into Avernus, returning soon at an unknown time to the Underdark. I have been assured of this, so don't worry. In any case, where we last left off, having delivered the brother Amric to Duke Portier in order to loosen the Vanthampur hold on the city and perhaps halt whatever nefarious plans they seem to be concocting, you made plans with Duke Portier to stand in and keep and lure out some would-be assassins attempting to take his life. Our good friend Ekard volunteered, stepped forward, disguised himself as the Duke, and performed a rousing speech, cut short by an arrow sailing into one of the nearby guards, spawning several demons and causing all manner of chaos. I should say devils, not demons. We're correct here. That's the proper term. Anyways, fighting them off amidst the fleeing crowd and some other cultists of... I know this. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's not Khorne, that's Warhammer. Bane, that's the one. There we go.
Praise Bane.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
You made not short work, but cleared them out with the help of the surviving guards. Some of you are fairly badly injured, including Ekard was dropped down, I believe.
Yeah, I distinctly recall I got pretty wrecked.
Well, you did get surrounded by devils, so what can you do?
That I did.
However, aside from a few guard fatalities, you managed to keep the crowd safe from the encroaching devils, clean them up, and the captured...
One moment.
Uh-oh, we're on the phone here. And we'll take a quick sponsor break. This week's episode is sponsored by NordVPN. Is this bit old?
I think that's
No.
really old.
No,
Yeah.
it's good. It's still good.
Because like we can bust out the other classics like Raid Shadow Legend.
Why don't you just pick a real thing? Just kidding. Just kidding, NordVPN. If you want to sponsor us, you go for it.
We could probably get sponsored by NordVPN. They sponsor everybody.
Oh, there you go.
That is true.
I mean, they can afford to with such an amazing service. Did you know that you can hide your VPN and that way it bounces off other places in the world? It allows you to access products such as Netflix and YouTube in a way so that you can access materials maybe you haven't in the past. But more importantly, it prevents big brother governments run by corrupt politicians from seeing what you're doing and what porn you download. Get NordVPN today.
There you go. And that was our demo reel, NordVPN, if you're interested. And let's move on to Raid Shadow Legends.
Have you ever played a video game before? Well, it wasn't as good as Raid Shadow Legends. Download it today.
All right, and what's the other big one? Squarespace.
Have you ever been in a space that was squares? Me neither. Get it today.
All right,
What
I
the
think that
fuck?
What
covers.
is Squarespace? I have no idea what Squarespace is.
It's a website creator, I guess.
Are you tired of living in circles? Well, get into Squarespace.
There we go.
Oh my god, yes.
Apparently, we've been sponsored by Minecraft, which is, I guess, Cube Space. Not Squarespace.
Oh my god.
That's like what?
That's like
6 times better.
that's like all 3 dimensions.
That's like 6 times better than Squarespace, I think.
Yeah.
That's a lot of times. That's a lot of times.
You ever get tired of those creepers just coming after you though?
I'm more irritated by skeletons though.
Entirely fair. Oh, we got a message.
Freaking ranged.
Oh, I'm seeing the wee Baby Yoda. Excellent.
That's
yeah, it's
awesome.
pretty great. It's not quite the same, but you know, it's good enough for Amazon.
Good enough from the Chinese labor force.
Fuck yeah. We're getting sponsored by Amazon next. Is that possible? Can you get sponsored by Amazon? I mean,
I don't know. Does Amazon sponsor things? Probably.
I don't think they need to.
Nah.
Everyone knows.
It's true.
Everyone knows what Amazon is.
Oh my god, we can use Amazon as a sponsor.
Wait.
Yep.
We missed the obvious one. D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Do you like D&D? Do you like to make your games go beyond your normal expectations? Download D&D Beyond. I gotta figure out the push the box button.
This bit will never get old to me.
What about the actual thing that we use, Fantasy Grounds?
Oh, true.
Oh shit.
That's something that we use on a daily basis.
Daily.
Not daily,
What
weekly.
D&D are you playing, Tanner?
All of it.
God damn.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I literally play all of it constantly. I live in the 4th dimension, so
You get that 4th dimensional cable TV.
Yep.
Excellent.
Every universe, right at the click of a button.
Very improvised.
Never watch the Corn channel, where everyone is corn.
Oh, I thought you said porn channel. I was like, why not? Okay.
No, you can watch Porn channel. I don't give a fuck.
So what's on the corn channel?
Just corn.
Corn.
It's all corn.
It's ears of corn running around shooting each other. Popping each other in the head. Popcorn. Yeah, their guns are lasers. That's why.
The only thing not made out of corn on the Corn channel. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I finally got around, though, speaking of Baby Yoda, to watching the first episode of Season 2 today.
Oh my god.
Oh, so good.
You need to like binge it. All of it, all at once.
I know. I have responsibilities, though, like this. You see. I am foregoing The Mandalorian in favor of cultist.
I think all of us would have understood.
Yeah, no.
No session today. Tony has to fill in for a shift at work, and Malachi's watching The Mandalorian Season 2.
100% understandable. Yeah, we get it.
I'd be pissed off at
Good
Tony
evening.
for going to work.
Yeah, Tony should be binging The Mandalorian as well. What the hell?
Yeah, what the heck, Tony?
He probably is.
I actually haven't seen it myself. I'm gonna be a few extra minutes. I'm waiting on a delivery, and apparently my driver's kind of incompetent.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so like every Uber driver.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
pretty
about
much.
right.
That tracks.
And that's why we use Skip the Dishes.
Is that Canadian
Absolutely.
only?
I think that is only Canadian. I don't
Yeah,
know
it is.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like they reference fucking Guelph in one of their ads, so
Do they actually?
they actually do. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
like come on.
And they have that one guy that's pretending to be Canadian who orders from Skip the Dishes. I can't remember his name. The famous actor.
Different.
No,
I can't picture who you're talking about.
it's the guy from Mad Men.
Oh.
He's got a cool name, I bet.
I have
Yeah,
no
it is
idea.
freaking cool.
He's a mad lad.
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
Yes, I believe that's
Cool.
correct.
Very cool name.
Yeah,
Mhm,
that's a
mhm.
cool name.
Yeah, obviously it references hams.
And the worst kind of meat.
And John. The
The
most
worst
real
kind
name
of
there
name.
is.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, D&D question. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Get ready for
Shit.
your minds to be
Oh my
blown.
goodness.
Lightning Launcher. A
Mhm.
gem-like node appears on one of your armored fists or on your chest, your choice. It counts as a simple ranged weapon, 90 feet, 300 feet long, and it deals 1d6 lightning damage on hit.
Mhm.
Okay. Once on each of your turns when you hit a creature with it, you can deal an extra 1d6 lightning damage to that creature.
Yes. This is because at 5th level you get an extra attack.
Oh, so is that all that's meant for?
I believe so, yeah. So so it actually does 2d6 damage. But it's poorly worded.
Okay. And then is that
then
with extra attack or is that before
that's
extra
without
attack?
extra attack. So normally you can
Ooh,
just
okay.
hit them and you do 2d6. When you get extra attack, you hit one guy 2d6, hit him again 1d6, or hit another guy for 1d6.
I'm gonna have to get a try at some point. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, the infiltrator suit's pretty cool.
Just waiting for the correct time to pull it out. The whole defensive field thing I got going on, it doesn't seem that strong. So the Thunder Gauntlets are okay, but
I don't know, those temporary hit points are pretty helpful.
yeah, it's only like 3, right? But yeah,
3 for now.
it's not like what Sir Asmodeus is getting.
Every
You get
time
like,
I kill somebody, I steal their life force.
I
it's
get like
8, 6, 7.
seven, I think. Hold on. 6.
Yeah, but still, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The clear,
kinda-
the clear
it-
villain.
Yeah.
I have,
It kind of
evil
makes
team superpowers.
Armor of Agathis almost like not necessary for me. But I'm also trying not to be in the forefront, so I also don't need it that way.
Yeah. I don't know. Like me taking, I think makes sense, but at the same time, I don't know if it does. You know.
I mean, clearly you're gonna do it regardless of your build. So
Yeah.
The squishy wizard man.
With an AC of 18, thank you.
Yes,
So
yes.
if I remember correctly, in that last fight, I think like 3 times I got hit for 19.
Yeah, they
Oh
kept
no, for
hitting.
18. 3 times I got hit for 18. I was like, oh my god, like
Yeah,
all
they
be-
kept hitting. They smack.
all because I gave that infusion.
Okay,
to
I'm
Sir
back.
Asmodeus.
Sorry
Welcome
about that.
back. No problem.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
All sorted, I hope. I hope.
Yeah, we're good.
Excellent. Excellent news. We're just doing the sponsorship bit. So I don't know if we'll get into legal trouble for that, but that's fine.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's
Or
free
maybe
advertising.
maybe
Just-
we'll get sponsored.
Yeah,
By,
just
Maybe.
release like a disclaimer at the end
No.
saying none of what we can't be held responsible for anything that we say on the show.
Well, it's more like Ben can't be held responsible for it. We can absolutely be held responsible.
That's true. Yes.
Appreciate it.
There you go. That's the disclaimer. We're wild and free spirits making memes. But if you want to sponsor us, go ahead. And by us, I mean Ben. Ow.
Say, I'll make sure to share love.
There you go. Buy us all D&D Beyond. That's the plan. Sponsorship money, right back into it. All right. Anyways, I forgot where I left off, so we're just gonna quickly go back. Cleared out all the devils, prevented the assassination attempt, saved the townsfolk fleeing, the refugees, for that was who was about on this night of nights, this day of days. And now, oh yes, see, I re-listened to the last bit of the and the first bit of the last session so I could remember everything that happened. Highly recommend. Anyways, you had also found a bow made out of iron and the arrow that had struck and summoned all these devils, glowing red hot. And I believe that's about where we left off. Packing it back in, maybe just a few minutes after. Townsfolk have cleared what guard had been slain has been replaced. Cleanup is already commencing. Just another day in the city of blood. And we may begin.
So, what now?
I take it the I forget what we're calling it now, but the Eldritch Blast crossbow I gave you. I take it didn't explode in your face.
Nope.
Good,
Perfectly.
good.
It's very good. Thank you.
Never tried that thing before. But I'm glad that it worked out for you. Very nice. No, I'm happy.
I'm glad to be your gerbil, so to speak.
Test gerbil, yes.
Yep.
Exactly the word I was thinking of. Okay,
If
so
if it did blow up my face, you would be dead by now.
probably, yeah.
Just so you know.
No, I fully understand that. I guess we gotta just go let the Duke know what happened, huh?
Yes, we should.
Yes.
We should probably let him know.
Maybe,
Agreed.
I don't object to that.
maybe you know something about these items too.
And how are you collecting it? The arrow, that is. I'm assuming that's
With our hands. Okay, now hold on. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to pick it up.
that does work. It lifts slowly under your mage hand. Your mage-like hand, perhaps.
Yeah, let's go check that guy who fired the arrow. For a second. So I'm gonna go back over to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's over by this tree, right?
Yes, he is. Lying on the ground, his head, that of a bear skull, as you've seen, somewhat damaged by the raven that your friend Asmodeus has summoned.
Now, just for clarification, when you mean bear skull, you mean bear as in stripped, not bear as in the animal, yes?
Yes, I mean as in a human skull on a human head, human body.
Just making sure.
Yes. I think both of those are equally terrifying in different ways.
Yes.
Dark clothing, cloak, of course, and thick leather gloves that go up to his elbows.
That seems peculiar. Okay. Do I think I can fit one of those gloves on top of like one of my gauntleted hands?
Unlikely.
Screw it. I'm just gonna like with the mage hand put the arrow so resting in one of my gauntleted hands so I can hold it.
All right.
Does anything happen?
Nothing bad. You are
Okay.
now holding an arrow. You can feel now that you're holding it, heat radiating off of it, but your gauntlets rather, seem to be protecting you sufficiently.
I wouldn't touch this with your bare skin, anyone. I got it.
Fair enough. Do the gloves that he's wearing, do they have any like etchings or symbols or runes etched into them?
No, they don't. They seem to be not too dissimilar from something maybe a blacksmith would wear when handling hot materials, but otherwise, no, they seem to be fairly plain. Maybe a little singed here and there, but
All right.
damn cultists, how come you're not carving your symbols into every damn thing?
Yeah, you buggers.
Cultists.
Like, what's the point of being in a cult if you don't have crazy, mind-rending symbols everywhere? That's what I gotta know.
There's a
So,
body over here, right?
yes, there is.
I would
There
like
is
to
a
inspect it.
guard and a Banite lying on the ground. A younger man dressed in his customary. Oh, what do they wear? I don't think it's plate. There we go. Forgive me. Yes. Chainmail armor. With a is the word tabard, I believe. Red with a black fist of bane on the front. His mace, which is shaped like a clenched fist, lies nearby. Anything in particular you're looking for?
No, just
Poke him with a
just
stick.
no, I'm just trying to see if he had anything like strange on him.
No stranger than you've already seen from his various buddies.
And like no notes or like letters in pockets. And I'll go around and I'll check like
Yep.
all of the Baneites for notes, letters, strange objects.
Sure. Yeah, you go through, search them all. You don't turn up with much. One of them does have a folded scrap of paper, which seems to be directions on how to get to. I know this place's name. Oh, come on, come on. Forgive
I
me.
keep wanting to call it Elysium, but you're talking about the place that disappeared, right?
No, I'm talking about where you currently are, like your actual physical location right now.
Baldur's Gate.
But more specifically, this district, or rather this market you're in, has a name.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, there's something to do with like a hamster at the bottom of the
Oh yes,
statue.
yes, the statue. If you're looking at it, I can't remember what the fuck this place is called, and I can't find it written down anywhere. Let me.
Central Market.
Something Archer, isn't it?
The statue is called. Oh, it's called the Wide. Fuck, that's what it's called. Yes, you have directions on how to get to the Wide. The statue, and specifically the statue which is called the Beloved Ranger.
Ah, Ranger.
And yes, as you investigate if you investigated the statue closer, it is of a fairly large, bald man, and at the foot of it, there stands a tiny hamster as a part of the statue.
Hmm. Interesting.
I believe that is just a petrified hamster that they attached to the statue later on. Yes.
I'm actually pretty sure it's a space hamster. Pretty sure, anyways. Yeah, rather than a book
What
somewhere.
the
went to
fuck is a
space?
space hamster?
See, above us is a above the sky is a place referred to sometimes as space.
Now you're just talking in tongues.
Could even be the final frontier, but I'm not really sure. And
Yeah.
it
Should
is
I-
said that it is inhabited purely by hamsters.
Keya,
And
should
so
I
they call
put
them-
Beriadan out of his misery?
What?
No,
I'm just
no, please.
letting you know.
Just he likes to go on about the great wide unknown, which is space, where we see our stars and the moon.
I'll tell him not to do it in public. People might get the wrong idea.
I mean, it's just us at this point.
Well, Keya, you tell Sir Asmodeus that he should be more willing to learn new things.
Absolutely not. I knew everything I need to know.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Keya.
I was talking to myself. So there.
That's confusing.
And I am the conversation.
All right. So on to Duke No. What's his name? Portier.
Portier.
Alright,
On to Duke Portier.
let's see. Yes. Yes. You make your way back through the lower city. I'm gonna close window. There we go. Back through the gates into the Manorborn district, and back in front of Duke Portier's manor. Let's see. You're quickly allowed inside, and essentially placed in a waiting room for the Duke to reappear. The guard around this place seems more substantial, understandably so, perhaps, than when you left it earlier this morning. After a little while, the Duke enters the room. Let's see if I can remember how to do his voice. No, wait, fuck. Shit, it's gone. It's gone.
What ho, young man?
What? Oh, yes, this one. We're back. Oh, my friend. That's the word. That's the phrase to bring it back as what ho.
Hey,
Powerful.
whatever works.
Yes. Oh, so, my friends, I see you've returned.
Yes, Duke Portier.
He's
there
like
was quite the
sidles
issue there.
around Beriadan with the glowing arrow in his hand.
Don't touch it. It's still
Oh,
hot.
I don't
Yep.
intend to.
The magic might still be active.
My goodness. Yes, I'm terribly sorry. I interrupted you with my descriptive movement. Lady Keya, would you please repeat yourself?
No, it is fine, Duke Portier. There was an issue, and as we had warned you, there was an attempt on your life. And they fired this arrow here, and I'll point to the one that Beriadan's holding and just say, it struck one of your guards, and it...
You could say that we had a devil of a time. More ways than one.
Yes, devils burst from your guard's chest and just started attacking with all these cultists of Bane.
Just as we feared, then, I see. Kind of like strokes his chin thoughtfully for a while, taking this in.
I mean, we did manage to kill the archer that shot the arrow, along with all the Baneites and the devils, but they are just littered in the wide.
I expect the flaming fist will clear them up. Fuck, I've lost the voice. Tally ho! There we go. Right, we're back. Yes, I don't expect the cleanup to be all that pressing. These skirmishes happen fairly regularly. I'm sure you lot know. he when he seems to be addressing everyone except for Keya when he says you lot.
Ah, ah.
You can tell.
Yes, yes, good,
He
good.
can tell. He can smell the pour on you.
Oh God, dirty.
Oh, commoners.
I just kind of take a sniff of my armpit and then cast prestidigitation, clean myself up a bit.
You smell
Perfect
like
use of
rich
that.
now.
Smell of lavender, thank you.
Yes, rich.
Yes.
Had a bath in the last month. You're rich.
All right, we're losing track. We're losing track. We gotta pull it back. So, let's see. What? Well, I suppose the next step would be to get some more jamming evidence, maybe stop these pesky Vanthampurs. Find out their plot more concretely, as it were. Yes.
I would love to started that, but we don't know where to begin.
Hmm. Let's see. Well, we don't have much. The Amric fellow is being uncooperative, you see.
Yes, he was
Shall,
quite uncooperative with us as well.
shall I torture him now? I think it's time.
I mean, as long as you don't kill him, I suppose it's the next reasonable course of action.
Yes.
Torture. Reasonable.
Well,
Of course, of course. I'll mostly only do things with his fingers and toes. How about that?
as long as I do not have to bear witness.
You don't want to witness me in all my glory,
No, I'm quite all right, thank you.
right?
Lady Keya,
Suit
you
yourself.
have quite interesting company you keep. Yes.
Yes, well, despite my better judgment, this is the party that I happened to come across when things started drastically changing around us, I guess.
Yes. I suppose that does make sense. Yes.
Where's this Emric?
We've kept him in the cellars, you see. Yes.
I'll make my way down there.
I'm gonna accompany him. I think this calls for a case of good guard, bad guard here.
Yes, please.
Perhaps we
Yes,
all should
please.
go. Yes, yes.
Oh, God.
Tell us where they're hiding.
I don't know. I swear to God.
Swear to me.
um, yeah. The Duke, fetches one of his household guard, who then leads you down, out back through an external cellar entrance into the basement section of the manor house. Through mostly storage rooms, actually. In the back, you find a iron banded wooden door with a small window carved into it. Guard stands leaning up against the wall. Sees you're accompanied by his buddy there and nods.
Buddy.
After a moment, you're led inside. Door
Um,
shut behind you. Whoever
do we-
wants to enter is
Do we have a piece of wood by any chance?
a piece of wood.
Yeah, just like a small piece of wood.
How small?
Doesn't matter. About 4 inches. Probably
4 inch.
would do. 4 inches by 2 inches. You know, a 2 by 4. Could just be
Oh,
like maybe
you could have my spear.
4 inches long.
You want my spear?
Sure, that'll work.
All right. And then anyone who is who desires may enter this old room. The door is shut and locked behind you. You find yourselves in it's still, a cellar basement room, but it has hastily been made into some semblance of uh a noble's private quarters, a uh, armchair, a few books on a table, a relatively comfortable looking bed. This is less of a prison cell and more of a what's the word?
Like a guest room.
Yeah, kind of, but hastily thrown together. You understand? Yes. A room that can lock that they apparently decided to outfit with furnishings befitting of a noble. Amric sits on the bed. His injuries have been bandaged and tended to. That you all after you gave him a walloping. He looks up and as you enter and says, "Well, it's good to see you again, my friends. I don't expect you've come to your senses here to free me.
I'm gonna smack him in the face.
All right.
Like, you'll only speak when spoken to, sir.
Also, just for continuity, who all came into the room with Asmodeus?
I stepped and walked off to the side of the door, hanging back on the wall. And when they closed the door, I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
Got,
came
trapped
into
in the room.
I came into with the arrow.
Okay. And I also guess I'm assuming Ekard's also here.
And I wound up accidentally muting my mic, and I thought I didn't have it. But yes, I did walk in with everyone.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. Okay. There you go. So yes, Amric recovers from the slap, rubs his face, looks up at you. Not afraid.
Is he not bound or anything? He's just sitting in a chair
No,
or
he's
something?
just sitting on his bed. Like he's
Oh.
clearly has free reign of this room.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take him to a chair and tie him up with some ropes. Tie his arms to the arms of the chair, and then legs to the legs of the chair.
He will resist you in this contested strength.
Ekard, can you just help me with this?
Of course.
Go with me.
Okay, so what do you want me to roll?
Advantage athletics as you try to wrangle him.
Ugh, my athletics suck.
Let's see, what's his?
Oops. Oh no, I did it right.
I thought it was just a straight strength check.
No, we're using essentially grappling rules right now. Let's see. So, yeah, you go to grab him and pick him up roughly, start leading him towards the chair. He wriggles his way out of your grip. Two of you. And he says, "Oh, stop! I demand you treat me with respect, sir."
Then treat us with respect.
You-
And sit in this goddamn chair. I won't tie him up. I promise not to tie you up this time. Or for now. Sorry, as a person, I'm new to this.
Edgar just kind of crosses his arms, but just sort of kind of gives a half shrug and goes to lean up against the wall.
Kind of brushes himself off, glaring at you. Stalks over to the chair. Sits down, kind of and just stares up at you defiantly.
I'll be like, do you know what this is? And I'll point to Beridian's arrow.
I've
I'll
never seen it
motion.
before in my life.
I'll smack him in the face. Don't lie to me.
He rubs his cheek, looks at the arrow again. Doesn't ring any bells.
This time, insight check.
Yeah, okay.
I want to see if he's lying.
Let's see. I should probably... Yeah, anyone in the room may incite him, by the way.
Oh, heck yeah.
It looks legit to me.
Seems like a good dude. He is definitely lying, by the way.
Smack him even harder. I said, don't lie to me.
And I said, I have never seen it before in my life.
But you do know of it.
He kind of looks past Asmodeus. I honestly can't say for sure either way. I don't know what it is. A glowing metal rod, that could be anything.
Well, here, maybe if you take a closer look at it, and I'll put it up towards his face.
Kind of he leans back sharply, more so than if he was afraid of being burned, perhaps.
What's wrong?
It looks hot. I don't want to be burned. Is that so hard to understand?
Oh, so you know that it burns people?
It's glowing red, man.
That could just be an illusion. But you absolutely knew it. So you know something about these cultists, these assassins. We already knew that. Now, where are the Baneites hiding within Baldur's Gate?
Kind of swallows, eyes flick between you and the arrow. Licks his lips, says, "Try my mother."
Try your mother, eh?
Yes.
That was where we're going to go at some point, but I feel like you know something.
I'm just a lackey.
Beridian, touch him with the arrow.
No, 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 no. I swear I don't know anything.
Ah, fuck. I believe him.
Yeah, I don't still. Can I do another insight check on that one?
Yeah, for sure. His definition of anything might be a little bit loose. But he seems to be fairly honest about about being just a lackey. Look, I'll do whatever you want, just don't stick me with that, please.
All right then, Beridian.
What exactly does it do?
It burns you, marks you as an entryway into this plane. I don't want that.
Ah,
A
did
plane.
know what it did.
What plane?
What happened when it struck the god then? It summoned forth, it
From
basically acted him as a portal and, yes, summoned forth
From
some
the Nine
devils.
Hells, yes, and I don't want that to happen to me, so please get it away from my face. I will help you if you get it away from me.
Yes, Beridian, back off for a moment. So you're going to be cooperative then?
Yes.
All right then, tell us everything else that you know. Any other plans or schemes that your mother is cooking up?
Let's see, what does he know for sure?
Just a quick question. Do I happen to have any of that wine still on me or anything of that nature?
Sure. Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
Because by this point, I just go ahead and I just prestidigitate up like a goblet and just pour a little bit of wine and just kind of hand it off to him just to help calm his nerves a little.
Yeah, he'll take it. Let's see, what kind of stuff does he have? Recovers his composure clearly a little bit as he takes a drink of it. What does he know? Oh, look. All I really know is that my mother is trying to become the next Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate using these cults, sowing discontent in the city, eroding trust in the Flaming Fist. That's all I know for sure.
He
I don't know what the
also
cults are trying to do. I don't know that before you ask.
wasn't going to ask that. Do you know if she's also pitting the cults against each other?
I don't know.
Is that everything then?
I don't know what else there is to say.
Where does she meet with them?
Under the manor. That was me stumbling over a word, not an intentional. Well, that was not me lying. Don't worry.
So, next plan of action is to break into the manor, I
Is
believe.
there an outside entrance that we could use to get in?
None that I know of. Never been down there.
Are there any easy ways into the manor?
Oh, you'd be hard pressed. Think. Walled in. Guards patrol it day and night. And thrustwells. Minions skulking about the place. He shudders.
Would your
Anything?
mother be willing to meet with some, say that they're interested in, I don't know, what's the word that I'm looking for, Beriadan? Help her cause, I guess?
But we wouldn't want to do that, Keya.
No. We would be doing it of such things.
Ah, subterfuge. You would wish to try and gain her trust as perhaps a new recruit, and in doing so allow us to gain access to their inner workings, from then in which we can, through means of sedition, tear down their establishment and prevent further chaos from affecting the city. Good plan, Keya.
Yes, well, I do try.
Says I'm not too sure. I mostly am in charge of securing under the table finances, things like that. But
Yes, well, with you missing, she might have to take that up on her own.
yes, I suppose so.
Well, I believe I've gotten everything I need from him. Anybody else?
No, I think we're okay.
All right, so we can kill him now.
What? That wasn't. You can't do that.
I said I wasn't going to stab you with the arrow. I said nothing about not killing you.
He looks. Lady Keya, please.
I mean, I'm
You
not.
can't do this.
See, I don't have to. Now, Asmodeus, I don't think we really want to kill some lowlife such as this.
It's not above me, but I guess.
A bad reputation would precede us, no?
She does have a point. In practical terms,
I guess we can keep him alive in case we need anything else from later on.
Emmerich, where did you get your pet from that we fought?
It was a gift from my mother.
Ah, then she has similar gifts to mine, and I'll have Nurgle change back into an imp.
Uh, similar to Thrustwell, perhaps, yes.
Actually, Asmodeus, that might be extremely beneficial in convincing her that we want to help. Again, I don't know the word that I'm looking for because Tyler's an idiot, but fund basically her rise to the Grand Duke position, and then that way we get an in and maybe some more knowledge because you have an imp and she's got a weird devil creature running around.
So, Keya, you're suggesting more of an alliance rather than a subterfuge where we attempt to become a minion.
Yes, more or
Some
less.
type of, or like a investor.
Yes. Except we would not actually provide any money and we would take her down.
Of course, of course.
But if we can just at least get an audience with her, then I can kill her. And this can all be just done with.
I mean, imprisonment might also be a great way to go.
People get out, you know?
Mm,
It doesn't last forever. Death is very finite for the most part.
I have heard of people going crazy in their cells and committing suicide.
This is also true.
Whatever we do, we should get Duke Portier involved.
Yes, actually, anything that would happen to her would be best swung by him in first.
If we're sanctioned, in other words, yes.
Agreed. Okay. So we've gotten enough from this fool. Shall we go? And trust that Portier can keep him here.
I was actually thinking perhaps we should rest here tonight if Portier has extra space for us. I know I could certainly use the time to recoup and make some adjustments to my armor. But also, it's probably the safest place we could be.
Very well.
Yes, and also if the Baneites decided to try and come directly for Duke Portier, at least we would be here, ready to protect him.
Sounds like a good idea.
I will go and speak with him.
All right. So, a knock on the door, and you are led out once more, led back to the room you'd previously vacated the Duke, already there, waiting.
I'll give that one guard back his spear. So I didn't end up needing it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. The Duke says, well, I trust you didn't rough him up too badly.
No, I didn't get to have any fun. I smacked him around a little bit, but nothing too grand. He was a lot easier to break than we thought.
Yeah, surprisingly, excessive force was not needed. Just a couple threats.
Well, I suppose that does make sense. You see, yeah. Not
Duke Portia, did you even try to interrogate him?
Oh no, heavens no.
I want to see if he's lying.
Okay, yeah, go for it. You see, it would if word got out. You see that I was participating in such nastities. Might could be ruinous to my family name. Yes, that's why I use you non-state actors. Yes,
Fair enough.
unaffiliated third parties broke into
Yes.
my abode and struck the young Vanthampur lad. You see, yes. Unnamed, of course. Do not worry.
Yes, I mean, all right, fair enough. Duke Portier, so we do have a plan.
Also, he wasn't lying.
Okay.
We do have a plan, but we would need, I guess, your permission to be able to execute it the way that we would need to. And then also we were thinking of potentially staying here for shelter, comfort, a bed for the evening, for our recuperation, but also potentially to keep you safe from a secondary attempt on your life.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. Well, you see, I've doubled the guard, yes. But having some more experts in the field could be very beneficial, yes.
Agreed. And then I'll go through like the plan with
Mhm.
him and see what he thinks about funding it or just condoning it, I guess.
I see, I see. Well, the first step would be to meet with the great lady, yes. I suppose. I don't. She should be in her abode most days, running things, you see. Yes, I suppose this could work quite well. Would you like me to attempt to initiate a parley?
I do have a
No,
small question.
Oh, yes.
Was this is just me thinking out loud, but and I probably should have asked uh our little buddy while we was kind of roughing him up. Was she anticipating or waiting on any sort of report from him? Was there any sort of like back and forth that the two of them had? Because
I'm not sure.
I'm kind of beginning to get a small idea myself. If we're gonna meet with her, maybe we could do Operation Subterfuge, kind of like what we did with you.
Uh, whatever do you mean? If you're attempting to abscond with my position,
No, 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 sir, no. Let me explain.
because you do a fine impersonation, I must say, young man.
I thank you for your compliments, sir. I'm thinking that if we're going to meet with Lady Vanthampur, maybe it might be a good idea if, and I raise my hands up to do air quotes, Arnik accompany the group. Hmm? I turn to the others.
oh,
I turn to the others in the group. I say, "What say you guys?"
I guess having Amric, again, air quotes, being there would potentially persuade her further.
You might not even need an official correspondent. Simply walk into the abode, as it were.
That sounds better. I mean, they're trying to kill you, Duke Porche. You reaching out for a parlay or a discussion just sounds like creating a trap, whereas we would like to create the trap. I think
Yes.
I think Emmerich leading the way would be good. I also think we need to be prepared for the fact that she knows who we are. I'm gesturing to obviously like the party. Um, if anyone, there was many people in that crowd, any one of them could inform her that we were the ones who saved the Duke's life today.
Are we thinking disguise kits or?
I have a disguise kit. I can make us all disguises.
I can certainly supply additional materials, clothing, and the like. You see, yes.
That might be the way, yes.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way. Yes.
I turn to Asmodeus and just kind of softly to him. You don't mind if I happen to borrow your little buddy for just this little excavation, do you?
Oh, absolutely not.
Kind of gives a bit of a credence to the disguise, if you will.
Yes. I was about to say he could shape change in that other form, but I don't think he's capable of that. Nope. Yeah.
I mean,
No.
we could ask him, I guess.
Ask who? Imp or
Oh
Nurgle?
no, I was Amric. Would Amric be able to change into his creature into a different form, and then that way it seems less conspicuous while he's walking around on the streets? And if so, what his favorite disguise for it would be?
Actually, a very good idea. Yes, let's go back down and ask him.
I'll stay here this time. I'd like to take some time to start making some adjustments to my armor and perhaps figuring something out about this arrow. It's a key. Wish to know more about it.
I'll stick with
Very
Beriadan
well.
this time.
Very well. Someone shall show you to your rooms for the night. Yes.
Dibs on a room with Keya.
Oh, don't worry. We have
My own room.
plenty to spare.
Fair enough. Then adjoining rooms would do fine.
Again, preferably.
Then as long
If-
as Keya has a room with a balcony.
If possible, I would
What?
like to be in a. I would like to be in the cellar, one door in, and ideally on the opposite side of the building from Asmodeus.
Pretty much.
Duke Parcher, you wouldn't happen to have some red paint, would you?
No, but we certainly send out one of the help to go fetch some for you.
That would be excellent, yes.
Of course. So, Keya and Asmodeus, you're both led back down to the cellar with Amric. Well, Beriadan and Ekard, you're both led upstairs to to a section of what you assume are guest suites or spare rooms. They fairly finely appointed, not crazy extravagant, but I mean certainly above anything that is typically available for the common folk of Baldur's Gate. Each room seems to be decorated by a different assortment of almost random objects, art, statues, mounted heads on walls, paintings, tapestries, none of which fit any theme and are cluttering just about every available physical surface. Just for a reference as to where you are, Beriadan, after about an hour, a pail of red paint is delivered to your room.
Excellent. At some point in that hour, can I ritual cast Identify
Absolutely.
on the arrow?
Absolutely. Let me see here.
And I would hope there's a table in my room, and I would like carefully remove the objects that are like cluttered all over it onto the floor.
Yep.
And then I would kind of like make a makeshift workbench for myself with my my work materials out.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So yeah, you finish your ritual casting. Let's. So, you find it is from your ritual identify that it is in fact an object known as an infernal arrow, made out of iron mined in Avernus, imbued with that hellish fire, and typically used as a link between the two planes. It has one use. It opens using the blood of its victim to open a portal to Avernus, temporarily allowing some creatures to find their way inside the material plane.
Just because of word choice there, like one use, so like it's already been used, it's already used as magic, or
Yeah.
like does it still have uses?
The conjuration for now seems to be used up, as it were.
So game mechanic wise, would it act as like a regular arrow at this point?
It would act as a regular arrow that does additional fire damage.
How much?
Let's see. Oh yes, that is something you would know. 1d6.
Cool. Okay.
It also is, not subject to normal arrow recovery rules or anything like that. It will not break upon impact.
Cool.
It also would work best with the iron longbow, of course.
Right. Because of its unique way of being used, can it be used as a melee weapon?
Yes, certainly.
Excellent. Okay. And then final point on that would be, how much does it weigh?
However much an arrow weighs, let's find out.
Can we say under 5 pounds?
Oh, absolutely under 5 pounds. Yeah, it
Fantastic.
weighs 8. It weighs 0.8 ounces.
Fantastic. I have plans for that.
Let's see. Or 0.8 ounces or 22.7 grams, depending on your
Fantastic.
Your linguistic flair.
After a long rest, I have some plans for that.
Perfect. Let's see. Meanwhile, back downstairs, you're allowed in once more. Amric was angrily pacing. He looks up sharply when you're let back in, says, back so soon? To what do I owe the pleasure this time? More beatings, perhaps?
Yes, don't look so smug about it either.
It's very quick. I like that.
Expertly done, yes. He seems taken aback.
Yeah, and I'll raise my hand. We have another question. That beast that you had, similar to my imp here, did it take any other forms while you were walking about?
No, I left her in the low lantern most times.
When you were walking around, okay.
Or moved her under the cover of dark. See.
Did you ever bring her home?
Yes, a few times. When our family would meet every 10-day, we would all Yes, I did.
And every 10-day, when was the last time that you met?
What day is it today?
I don't know. What day is it today?
You say the current date. Yeah, no, you can just I say the current date.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what fucking day it is.
Yeah, fuck.
He says, I would say we're due for another meeting in 4 days from now. Yes.
Okay, then.
And just to be clear, because I don't remember if we killed the creature or if it came back. Where is the beast now?
I killed it.
It's
Or at
true.
least it's gone, so.
Alright, okay. I'm just trying to remember if maybe it was brought back or something. Okay, so it's not
Nope.
going to be a bother.
I believe when it died, it was it disappeared in a hellish flame, like the imps and a few other devils you've encountered. But yeah, no, you haven't seen it since.
Good, won't be in our way. Alright. Guess that means
That's all for now.
the extent of your use for today.
I'll give him another smack for being fucking smug when I first walked in.
This guy fucking hates you, man.
Oh, I fucking hate him, so it's good.
There you go. You understand each other. So,
Yep.
yeah, you're allowed back out once more, shown up to your various rooms in the house. Let's see. If no one has anything they would like to do, if they do, let me know, of course. If not, we'll take a long rest and then a quick 5-minute break for beverages and the like.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
All right, let's see.
Oh, there was one thing. I'm gonna tell Nurgle to go invisible and stay in the Duke's room and let me know if he does anything fishy.
Yeah, absolutely. Nurgle goes invisibility is a thing it can do, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely does that. That was not what I meant to do.
I say the only thing that Ekard does is that he just, aside from sleeping, is that he meditates and tries to reach out to his unicorn patron
All
just to
right.
try to converse with her.
Sounds good. Let me see. How do I fucking make
Maybe
you guys
like
ready?
ask for guidance or something.
All right. We'll get back to that. Once I what specific when you say guidance real quick before I head off, um do you have anything specific in mind that you're a question perhaps,
Well,
am I doing the
he
right thing or
kind of that, and also he wants to know like her name. He wants to know, but yeah, but he is kind of curious, like am I doing the right thing? Is there anything specific? Do you have like a mission or a task for me or anything of that nature?
All right. Sounds good. I'll get back to you once I'm back. I just need to go grab a drink. Take a quick break and mark off when you return.
Okay,
Sounds
sounds
good.
Sounds
good.
good.
Hello there. To whoever's here, if anyone.
Me.
Ah. Welcome.
Let's
I'm good.
go. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Nice.
We are also back.
Beriadan did like 6 things over the night, so
Okay.
I might need a minute
Yeah, no problem.
whenever we're ready.
Let's see. Sure. Let's start with Beriadan. What did you do after you were led to your room for the night?
So once I got the workshop up and running, like I have all my tools out, let's start by taking off all the armor, putting it in the desk in front of me, and I'd start making some adjustments to it because I knew when I first created it, it could have 2 forms. So I'll start making the adjustments that make it more sleek, more agile, and generally into the infiltrator mode. From that point, once it's in the infiltrator mode, then I would go ahead and I would start adding some attachments to it. So I would start by putting on, and this would have been something I would have worked on for a while now, but effectively on one of the gauntlets, I'll put on what kind of looks like a bandolier for crossbow bolts. But with skinnier looking crossbow bolts on it, and also like smaller looking, like half the size of a regular crossbow bolt.
Okay.
And each of them are you wouldn't really be able to tell till they're activated, but before they're activated, you might be able to look closely and see that there's etchings on it or runes on it, which somebody of an arcane mind would decipher, meaning that they contain a lightning or an electrical charge to them. And so effectively, they are my lightning launcher.
Ooh, very cool.
And then with the boots, I'm going to put in almost like a spring, which effectively makes it so that like each step that I take, I get a little more like hop in my step, making it so I have powered steps and I get 5 more feet per walking distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then with all that included, switching it to the infiltrator mode, the pieces are even though it's still like in terms of actual AC and defense, it's still as effective. They're spread out more, which allows it so that when I'm moving, they don't scrape up as much as they would used to. So I actually have advantage on my stealth checks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wearing heavy armor, so it would just come out being even.
Kind of like padded up on the Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. And then once I kind of have all that, I'm gonna take a look at that arrow. So I'm gonna put one of the gauntlets on so as not to hurt myself, and then I'm going to build into the back. And again, this is just for flavor. But I'm gonna build into the back of the armor like a holster for the arrow, so that the arrow's like sticking upwards just over my shoulder, so that when the time comes, I will use it in a particularly designed way.
Oh, I'm excited to see that.
And
Easy
the final,
enough to do.
yeah, and the final part then would be I would take the red paint that I got,
Mhm.
and nothing fancy because I'm not like I'm an artist, but not an artist. You know, I'm an
Yeah.
artist when it comes to tech. I'm not an artist when it comes to paint. I would paint my armor over so that red chest plate, red shoulder pauldrons, like red in a lot of places, but then like it'd be like the black fabric or the dark underneath.
Uh-huh.
Basically, like my new picture I have here,
Yeah, I just
and
noticed
then
you have a new profile picture.
and then up at the top on the helmet, I would in and around the visor line. One, I would darken the visor line by basically putting on like a easy fabric that's easy to see through. But 2, I would put the red paint like around the T of the visor. Again, looks different. Hopefully different enough that if you saw me in the square before during the fighting, that you wouldn't think that I was the same person. Hopefully. And then I'm even going to wear my cape a little bit off to my one shoulder side, so it actually covers up my my lightning launchers. So like half of my, it's almost like a, what do you call it? I don't know. It's just a cape that flows over my right shoulder and covers my right half
It
of my
has a
body.
name, but I don't know it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's it.
Alrighty then. Absolutely can do. Yeah, I noticed when you said the red paint, I noticed that your portrait had changed. Excellent. Excellent, excellent.
Oh my god, I want moon shoes.
Perhaps I could make them for you someday. It's you would need better shoes than what you have now, of course, but
I just think it would be fun to bounce around.
more meant to be tactical, but I understand what you mean.
I have memories as a child using my moon boots to jump and.
Tactical moon boots. Let's see. Asmodeus, did you do anything interesting over the night?
Nope, just what I said before.
Perfect. How about you, Keya?
Unfortunately, I am too poor to copy over any more spells, so I'm just at the spell books,
Just chilling. All right.
pretty much.
Gotcha. All right. Ekard.
Yes.
So you retire to your room, as you said. Spend, wind down throughout the remainder of the day and towards the night. Also, stop me if you ever need to interject with correction or what your plan is.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a cutscene, though.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, you spend some time meditating, trying to focus inwards, reach out to this entity that has contacted you, correct?
Yes.
How long would you like to try to do this?
At
All night?
least,
Just like a little bit of time?
at least 2 hours.
Okay. So, you sit. Do you know how to meditate? And just out of curiosity, like, what does this look like for you? Does Ekard know how to meditate? Does he? I'm sure he understands the concept, but
He understands the concept, but he's never actually done it before. He's just reminding of what he's kind of seen passing by on like priests in whatever temples that Baldur's Gate may have, any sort of monasteries that may be around like monks or anything of that nature.
Mhm.
He's basically just sort of kneeling down in a corner of the room that he's currently in, probably maybe like right next to his bed, and he's just kind of trying to focus on the unicorn patron he's got, maybe trying to call out to her, but without knowing a name or anything. He just trying to project the image of the unicorn into his
Sure.
head.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's see here. Roll me just a wisdom check. Roll me a wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom.
Straight wisdom. All right. So, you reach out for. It's hard to focus, of course, especially without knowing quite what you're doing. It's easy to get distracted, right? Um, you spend some time, eyes closed, thinking, almost praying, perhaps, trying to reach out. But after what feels like an eternity, I don't know if you've ever tried waiting around doing nothing for a while. It's essentially doing nothing. It takes forever. Holy fuck. And it's certainly, I'm not to completely put too much um, too many words into your mouth, but it is frustrating, of course. So after the time, you don't get a response. Do you turn into bed? It's fairly late at this point.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
So I just go ahead and I just turn in for the night. Hopefully,
sure.
maybe tomorrow night I'll have better luck.
Yeah, absolutely. So you crawl into the bed. Probably, would it be fair to say, the comfiest bed you've ever slept in? And you, like a light, out.
Yep.
Yeah. When you awaken, you are laying in a bed of grass and flowers in a overgrown ruin. It is beautiful here. It's warm. There is a small pool nearby. You hear animal sounds, birds, small animals chasing one another through the underbrush, through the trees above. This is where you find yourself.
Huh. That's not something you see every day.
Absolutely not. And there is no roof on this building. All that remains are some remnants of the stone walls. It appears as though it may have once been an ancient fortress. As you spend some time, perhaps trying to get your bearings, wandering through this place, you find yourself in a large courtyard, what remains of a fountain standing at its center, some water still resting clear in the base and any decorative levels it has. Um, as you look around, you spy it across the courtyard, disappearing into an arched corridor. What looks like a white horse with a golden mane walking away. Do you follow?
Yes, I do.
All right. It is one of those perhaps cliched dreams, following, just catching a glimpse of what you're chasing around each corner, the tail, or perhaps just the side of it, always keeping just in view, not quite close enough to reach. Eventually, you wind your way through this ancient fortress, climbing higher and higher up until eventually you find yourself standing atop a mountain. Um, Looking out over the landscape, you see her, the unicorn that had previously been in your dreams, the golden mane, the long, pale horn, the white fur. She looks to you and then out over the vast plain below, so far away. It is difficult to make out exactly what you're looking at. It's like looking at a map. You are so high up, you realize you see a city um, spanning the river below, um, massive, and a dark red stain slowly spreading out from it, out over the landscape, darkening the waters around it until eventually um, the dark patch opens up. Flaming chains wrap around it and pull it down below. You wake up with only one word in your mind: Inara.
Inara.
Or sorry, Ivana. That was my name.
I thought
Inava.
Inava.
Inava. Yes. I was not looking at my screen. I've been pacing this whole time.
No, it's fine.
Yes. So, there you go.
Oh, interesting. All right.
And terrifying.
Yeah. Hmm. So I just kind of take a moment to just kind of catch my breath, wipe the sweat from my brow, and now that I know the name of my patron, I just kind of just wondering. I spend a few minutes pondering over the vision she showed me, and then just kind of laid back in the bed and just try to go back to sleep after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And eventually you fall back into a peaceful, dreamless sleep. The next morning, you each wake up, or perhaps, I don't know, do some of you stay up? I don't know. Whatever you did throughout the night. It is now the morning. You are invited to a lavish breakfast the Duke is unfortunately not able to meet with you today. It is just the four of you, and occasionally people come in and out, tending to requests and delivering fresh food. But we are back in action.
Right then. So how did everyone sleep last night? Personally, my bed was comfortable, but not quite as comfortable as my bed at my mansion,
I mean,
and not
granted that.
nearly as big.
Oh God. Considering I don't really sleep, I guess it went uneventful.
Fair enough. Beriadan, looks like you have some new armor.
Yes, I quite love the nighttime. Seeing as we usually take a solid 8 hours, but me and Keya only really need 4. It's fantastic. It gives me a whole extra 4 hours just to tinker. So yes, it's this should be a little bit better, I think, for what we're going into. I think yes. Also, looks very different, right?
It does. Looks good.
Very.
Like, did you recognize me at first, or did you perhaps think I was someone else?
Well, I had assumed that it would be you.
Only-
Beriadan has not yet removed his helmet.
Only one person can walk as you do, Beriadan.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I'm just hoping that because when we do this, and I assume we're doing it today, but I guess we could do it another day. But when we do this, we all want to be in disguise. Yes, that's what we discussed. That's why I got the paint.
Yes. Yes.
I believe so, yes. Ekard will take on the form of Amric, and we will be some of his henchmen, I guess.
So I guess that just leaves myself and Asmodeus to find a disguise for ourselves, because I certainly cannot show up as myself.
Certainly not. Do you need help with your disguise?
I mean, maybe procuring some, finding ways of hiding myself.
Do either of you have the same ability that our friend Ekard has?
No.
It is in fact a spell, Keya. It is known as the Disguise Self spell, aptly named. How it effectively works is using the nature of the cosmos.
Yes, we know how it works, Beriadan. For God's sake.
Sorry, yes, I know I tend to ramble.
Be gentle, please. He enjoys talking to me about it, and that's how I learn.
Then do it at night.
This whole time,
Didn't need
Ekard's
to be
just
so
kind of
insensitive.
It's who I am.
Often
whole-
when we spend the night together, we're too busy to talk, though.
Shh. No, we.
Well, because I'm doing all my tinkering, and then we do our trance. So
Yes. Well, you're protected because that is the only relationship we have.
well, then there's the sexual nature of our.
No. No.
Right. I mean, no. That's another thing that we do. Right.
Is Duke Portier around at all anywhere?
No, he has not. He is had
Any servants?
no one actually. Well, at this point, no. You're mostly being left alone. Duke you'd received a message. Duke Portier was attending to some business, as he
Thank the gods.
as he put it, said the butler, who told you such.
Keya, I have this orc mask, if you're interested in that. You can just hide your face and just say, if anybody asks, you can say, I'm fug ugly under
No,
this thing.
I have the spell in my red spell book. Let me flip.
Oh,
Yep,
well, that
right there.
makes things
Right.
easy.
just take care of yourself, I guess, Asmodeus. Thanks.
I guess I will always take care of myself like I did last night.
Now that being said, he has a great point though. Keya, you are the most beautiful woman in all of Baldur's Gate. Taking on an appearance that is less attractive, maybe in fact on the opposite end of the spectrum, could be a intelligent choice. No one would ever expect such a hideous creature to be you.
Yes, but I also don't want to be rejected at being let into the mansion. So maybe not, and I'm not going to say, I am the most beautiful, but I don't think I'm ugly. But
I'll
maybe
just look like a
somebody of
female version of Ekard. Not saying that Ekard looks bad for a man, but
um,
a woman with manlyish features might
And a tiefling?
be
By
enough.
the way,
The
by
And
the
it's
way,
tiefling?
Ekard's not really even paying attention to this conversation. He's just kind of staring off into space.
I have
Ekard,
ideas.
you're some approximation of a woman. Fuck.
Yeah, he's just silently munching on bacon, just kind of
Yep.
with this sort of glassy-eyed stare.
Yep.
Could even change your color, be a different color of tiefling. But yes, anyways, you'll figure that out. And I'm basically just gonna rub dirt on myself.
Holy shit.
No, I'll figure out my disguise and I'll let you know. But are we gonna go in the 4 days that they normally meet, or are we gonna go beforehand?
Preferably in the 4 days. That's less suspicious, I do believe.
But at the same time, do we want to give them 4 days to do something else? At the very least, we've taken out some of their members.
That's a good point.
Sooner the better. And I think we need to have an excuse to be going there as well. Whatever that may be.
Yes, you're right. So tonight then.
That works, yes. Should I still give Ekard my imp friend? Oh, and what did Nurgle see anything last or anything fishy going on with Duke Parrington or not Parrington?
Where did you get
Port.
Barrington?
I don't know. Portier.
That sounds like a name,
I think it's from Critical Role, but I could
ah
I have a coworker named Barrington, but that's neither here nor there.
Yep.
There we go. So that it's double confusing, but in like different ways. Anyways. So yeah, no, Nurgle followed the Duke around invisibly until he left in the morning. Just said that he basically tended to some like I guess the best way to say it would be tended to some business because he is still trying to run the city, of course.
Yep. No worries.
I don't know the proper term for it. Anyways, like reading documents and shit. Went to bed late, woke up late.
And left. Okay. No, as long as you didn't try to like contact anybody or anybody come
Nope.
into contact with him. Yep. Okay. Cool. He's on the up and up.
Yep.
As far as I can tell.
As far as you can tell.
I still don't trust him, but sure.
Mhm.
Okay then. Tonight, do we need to do anything to prepare in the meantime? Anybody? Ekard. I snap my fingers in front of his face.
I just kind of snap up, back to attention, kind of take a moment to straighten my head, and I'm like, I mentioned that I kind of would like to see about, investigating the situation with El Terrell if we get a free moment after all of this. And I just kind of mumble somewhat under my breath. I said I saw her again last night. She showed me what happened.
You saw who?
My patron, my unicorn. She appeared to
Right.
me last night.
Did the unicorn touch you in any funny way?
I reach out and just kind of like flick him in the nose.
Yes. Fair play, fair play.
I said, no. I just was brought up to this. I don't know where I was transported. I found myself on a mountaintop overlooking the region. And I saw the city of El Terrell. And this red mist of some sort just overran the city. And I saw the chains erupt from the ground and drag it down into the nine hells. I think she was trying to tell me something. I think we might have to. I think she wants us to save the city.
El Terrell or Baldur's Gate?
Or both.
Both,
both.
probably.
Fair enough. Feel like that was on most of our minds anyways. But, yes, anyways. Anything else you would like to do today, Ekard? Before the night? Or anybody else?
No, I can't think of anything in specific.
I must say, I'm actually quite anxious to get on with this.
Should we go scout the area maybe in our forms we are now? Or not, maybe not Beriadan, but or I can send my, or we can go near and I can send my imp to do a little quick scout before we go on in later on.
Maybe not be a bad idea.
It's a great idea, in fact.
Especially since Nurgle can be invisible. He's been here this whole time, and then Nurgle pops out of nowhere. It's quite handy.
I just want to say, I've been envisioning this whole conversation with Beriadan not removing his helmet to eat or talk. He's just been slipping it up.
Yeah, and the not Boba Fett armor. Yeah, that's great.
It's not Boba Fett. It's a different Mandalorian.
Ah, yes, Fova Bet. Or not.
Maybe.
Non-copyright infringing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Ignorance is
Oh, well,
everything.
what the fuck are you saying? So, you finish up your meal, pack her in, and who's setting out? To where? To what? What are your plans? If you don't have any, you can, of course, simply wait around, prepare, work on your disguise, that sort of thing.
Ekard, would you like to join me at least you, to the Vanthampur estate or
Yeah,
manor?
I have no problem with that.
Should we all go with you or no?
You can. I just didn't know what you wanted to do. If you wanted to fornicate all day or play around more with your little toys.
If you mean tinker, I would love to do much more tinkering, but no, I think also maybe getting a chance to use some of these new toys would be fun.
Fair enough. All right. Let's go and scout the house. I've done my fair share of scouting before.
I've cased a joint or two in my time.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's see if there is actually a picture of the front of this place. Let me see if I can find it.
This isn't going to turn into like Dane Cook's B&E thing, is it?
Now I don't know what to do.
I just started leaving stuff there.
Who the fuck?
Where did this lava lamp come from? Probably one of my all-time favorite skins.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Okay. There is no available images of this thing that I can easily share with you, so forgive me.
Boo.
I know, right? Terrible. Actually, the default version of the book actually has the player version with DM information on it. Ah, here we go. This should do nicely. Come on.
Yeah.
There we go. Windows is doing battle with me. One. Okay. It's fine. We're cool. It's fine. We're cool.
Who are you?
I figured out the problem. We're good. It's all good. It's fine. Okay. It might not be fine. Something is going on here. My computer is actively rebelling against me right now. I can't do anything. Hang on.
It's all that anime porn.
Yeah.
Coming back to get you.
Who could have ever suspected? Let down by that which I love. Wow, that was cursed as fuck. I'm not a fan of that, but it worked. Okay, I don't know what is happening, but I've managed to capture an image of the front of the house as you approach. There we go. In the Discord now.
Just draw that real quick.
Yeah, I instantly banged it out. No problem, bud.
Nice.
I'm impressed. Yep.
Thank you. So, when you arrive, you find the place surrounded on all sides by a wall, which is not described how tall it is. Oh, there we go. 12-foot high stone wall enclosing the villa. Lanterns hang along the walls. Exterior. Currently, during the day, not lit. There are 3 wooden gates, 2 in the front that you can see here, 1 around the back. What else can you see from here? How are you casing this place? Are you trying to climb on top of another building, or are you just walking past?
I'm just kind of walking past, walking around.
So
I'm hanging like way back. Like
Well,
I
then
don't want to be like noticed or seen, but like I can see him in the distance. Let's say.
sure.
I'll send Nurgle into the sky and flying around it and see if he can spot anything of interest. So like maybe an easier way in or something if we want to just break in later.
Sure. So, as he flies around, I'll
And
bring
he's
you.
invisible, by the way.
I assumed.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
worry, I'm not. I'm not gonna fuck you over too that hard. Come on. So I'm just gonna share this, and I'm gonna put your tokens on here just so you can kind of see the layout. Give me one moment.
Yep.
Feel
Nothing suspicious here.
Feel free to move them around, but don't go into the building.
Yeah.
What?
Understood.
It's easier than describing it. You should be able to. You should have your tokens on there now. This building here. I don't know how to point. This building here. Oh, they updated the pointers. Very cool. Also open that, see, because that's just there we go. This appears to be a stable. It has a wide door here. Let's see.
Are there many people kind of walking around here, or are we the only ones?
So let's see. Yes, there are. As Nurgle flies around this area, because like Asmodeus can just straight up see this if he wants.
Yep.
Feel free to move around to the other side of the house as well. But it's a almost square, a few leaded windows all around, some with curtains, some with not. Few doors here and there. And of note, perhaps most importantly of note, there are 3 groups of 3 guards that are bearing uniform and coloration uh, uh, that would denote, though, like if you knew, I'm assuming like Keya would be able to identify this easily, the darker colors favored by the Vanthampur family: dark gray, dark green, dark purple. And they patrol, each of them, counterclockwise around the yard, evenly spaced out.
You said 3 sets of 3 or just 3 guards?
3 sets of 3,
Okay.
9 total.
Okay.
I mean, my initial thing would be like to watch them before we even got to the house, and see if like we can notice a pattern and see what times we can like slip in and slip out before they come back for their rounds.
Sure. Let's see. So the patrol, for the spacing of them, let me quickly look at this map here. Okay. Let me just also get some math here. So the patrols, as they go about, where? Okay, fantastic.
Oh, sorry. So hold on. The main building's like in the middle of the map, right?
Yes.
What's the doors to the north of Ekard?
Those are the other back entrance. Like those lead out onto a street out back.
Ah.
And then over to the immediate west of you again is just like it looks like a stable, the low stone building, thatched roof kind of deal. See, I think it's even visible in the image. Yeah, it is. On the left, directly below the word side view.
So do we look inconspicuous enough right now? Like the fact that we're in this area is not weird?
You're not physically here. This is just for illustrative purposes.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's mostly like my view of it, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Technically, yeah, only Asmodeus actually sees this, but so you guys have something to see, so you can plan. You guys would be able to sketch it out on the sand, sort of deal, right?
Like real
So the patrols seem to have like common points that they go to, and I'll see if I can get you guys just really quick. I'll borrow your like you can, Asmodeus, you spend a few minutes watching them patrol, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, can we actually like open these and go out and around? Or I guess that doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it's just a
nothing.
3 entrance. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
There's nothing really out there. I mean, like, yeah, you can absolutely if you want. It's just white space out there.
Fair enough.
So the guards, they start here, where Asmodeus is. I'm just going to use them as a token, so follow along. They patrol counterclockwise. Out. Just going to move you all together. There we go. Then down to here. And over to here. Those are the 3 main points. I don't know if that's super clear. I hope it is. Essentially, there is a blind spot that you notice.
On that one side there. Okay.
This right hand side, there is a significant blind spot, maybe for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes or so, as they make their way around. They're not in any rush to patrol this area. And there are no windows on the ground floor on that side. Let me double check the upper floor. There is a low roof, and then windows up above.
And there's no guards on the outside walls, on the outer walls.
No, it is not a wall that you can walk on. It is a wall that is keeping people out.
Yep. Okay.
And yeah, again, it's just it's a 12-foot tall stone wall. Nothing really ever stacked up against it, but you're in a city. It wouldn't be unreasonable, perhaps, is the best word for it.
All right.
Does that satiate your curiosity?
Yep. I think I'm good with that.
All right. Gonna quickly delete your tokens. Delete all tokens. Excellent. Excellent. Now, also, there are no guards on the exterior of the building.
Like no one at the entrance kind of thing is what you're saying.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Literally just those 9 guards, and they're kind of half moon rotate around the building.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you tell the rest of us this, Sir
Nope,
Asmodeus?
keep it to myself. No, I'm just kidding. I'll relay it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the main reason I let you all like wander around there. I'm assuming that and also it's, more interesting this way. You Asmodeus, you can take over the site of your familiar, and based on your descriptions, you can, find an alley somewhere, sketch out the layout, that sort of deal. Proper heist shit.
And I'll point out the blind spot that I see and all that kind of good jazz. So what do you think?
I mean, we plan on walking through the front door as invited guests, right?
Yeah, so we were just more or less scouting to see if there would maybe be another opportunity to do something else.
Indeed, indeed.
But
Does that seem like a better method than the walking in as
depends on our intentions, I
Okay.
guess.
getting in as far as possible would be good? I can't help but notice that, like, if Duke Porche is not going to directly back us in this, that whatever we are about to do next could just be perceived as attacking a politician of Baldur's Gate, and therefore making us criminals.
Want to be a criminal?
I mean, they won't know it's us.
Yeah, we're going to be in disguise.
Right, right.
I can disguise your face underneath that mask or underneath that helmet if that helps you out.
I don't plan on taking it off, so I'm not too worried.
Well, in case you are exposed for whatever reason.
I guess that could be good then. Yes, yes. Do we plan on killing this Duke lady?
I was,
Um,
but
I mean, to be fair, you have a plan to kill everybody.
it seems like the easiest method to
it
handle
does,
these situations.
but again, if we are able to restrain her, get the information that we need, and bring her back to Duke Port, that would maybe potentially benefit him becoming the Grand Duke.
How do we get her back to Duke Porche? Like any guard in Baldur's Gate who sees 4 unidentified individuals forcibly transporting one of the main leaders of the city will likely stop us.
I mean, we could do something we did with Emmerich. Put on a disguise, cut her hair, well, maybe just tie her hair up, put a cloak on her, I mean, just if anybody asks, we could say that it's a bounty, and hopefully they don't ask him any more questions.
Sorry, you're saying that we bring the real Amric.
No.
No. I'm saying
So,
what we
okay, you
did
lost me
with
there for a second.
Amric,
Yes.
basically with Lady Vanthampur, we could disguise her, pull her hair
Oh,
back, put
okay,
on a
I missed that.
cloak,
Hit her in the back of the
manacles.
head with a pipe and throw her in a bag. I'm
Would
kidding. I'm
maybe
kidding.
just yeah.
But so in
Or-
general, our goal is to subdue, restrain, and
Bring back to Duke Portier.
right for justice. And I think I agree with Sir Asmodeus in the sense that if we cannot do this, but we also want to save the city,
Yes.
killing her would be, if we cannot get out with her, killing her would be the
Last resort.
heroic choice.
Yes.
I agree with
Ekard,
Keya on
Ekard, what would your unicorn say?
Funny, she didn't actually have anything specific to say on the situation. But I would assume I would agree with Keya in that let's hold off on killing unless we absolutely have to.
Okay, you
What would
lot.
Unicorn Jesus do? Oh, that's great.
All right, you lot handle the politics because my political prowess is not forthcoming.
I mean, in terms of practicality, I mean, she is the what? She's the grand uh, leader of the city or something like that, or she's planning on becoming the grand leader.
Right.
I mean,
One of the
so
council or something like that.
so she's got a lot of political sway, regardless of like whether she's the Grand Duke or Duchess or whatever. Killing her would just create a power vacuum, and we
Which
kind of would not. We kind of would like to avoid that. But then
So,
again, I mean, a little
the
bit of
way,
chaos might work in our favor.
So the way Baldur's Gate works, as far as leadership goes, right? There are the Grand Dukes, or the not the Grand Dukes, the Grand Patriarchs of the city. Uh, there are four. Duke Portier is one. Duke Alder Ravengard was another. He was the one you had accompanied to Elturel initially. Then there's Vanthampur, and the final one, whose name I can never remember, uh, because he hasn't been relevant to the plot. Um, they essentially lead, yes, like a city count, like four counselors running the whole thing together, and then one of them will usually be listed as the Grand Duke, the one with the more sway over the goings on of the city. And the previous Grand Duke was Alder Ravengard, who is now missing. The power vacuum already exists.
Okay. In that case, even though the power vacuum already exists, knocking someone off the council would probably just make that power vacuum even worse.
Yes.
So I would like to avoid exacerbating an already bad situation if we can help it.
fact of the matter is that she is an evil bitch, and whether or not she's in that position or if she's dead, she is no good being there. So, like, she is basically already creating a power vacuum, and that she will take over the entire council if we let it happen. And then there wouldn't be a council.
And
If we
then
kill her, there's two left to do whatever.
the thing
If we
is
don't kill her,
if there's a chaotic situation, then I'm not really quite certain how to work that to our advantage.
okay, well, we'll try it your way.
Yes, attempt restraint first, but should we feel like it's nigh impossible to restrain her and do such an action, then we result
If
to
we have
a-
to ice her, we'll ice her. But I would rather avoid doing that if we can.
You have a spell that would encase her in ice. Could possibly work fantastically. But how would that?
No, it's Undercity slang. It,
Ah, right. Oh, okay. Yes.
It's okay, Birdie, and I too thought he had a wonderful icing spell.
I have something that can
I mean, I've
disorient
got my
her.
armor of Agathis, but that doesn't exactly work that way.
I have a spell that can completely disorient her if we catch her alone in a room, or even with gods. We can probably still maybe get our hands on her.
How do you mean?
I have a spell called Darkness. So no one will be able to see in a sphere of, I think it's like 30 feet.
or 20, somewhere.
15-foot radius.
So yeah, 30.
Yeah. So that should cover most of a room, but Nurgle can actually see through this darkness, and he can tell me exactly where to grab her or get her or do whatever, and she'll not know where it's coming from.
Ah,
But it doesn't help any of you, unfortunately.
but if we are prepared on the outside, the dark, then at least you could grab her, bring her out, and we'd quickly disguise her and make our way out.
Yep.
Put the boots to her, medium style.
Generally, a fantastic idea. So we gain entry via our Emmerich. Then we potentially wait for an opportunity where she is unguarded.
Well, she could have gods around.
Okay.
It'd probably be easier if she didn't, but it's not impossible if she did.
Do we immediately leave with her, like a snatch and grab scenario, or do we feel like the need to interrogate her in the moment, because she meets with the Baneites under the building? Correct. Did you
Yes.
perhaps see like an entrance to a cellar when Nurgle did his scouting?
I did not.
Hmm.
But that was the other thing that we could have done. That's the other reason that we could break in, is get a better look around inside without being attended to.
You mean like sending Nurgle in, or do you mean us all break?
I could send Nurgle in, or try to. Was there any open windows? Did I see?
No open windows.
Okay.
Few had curtains. But they were openable.
Yeah.
I should mention.
Yeah, Nurgle should be able to open them. So yeah, I can actually, since we're standing here, I can go and try and send him in. If the DM allows it.
You can try.
I can try.
Anything. So.
You can fly. You can fly.
Let's see. Let me get
You
these.
can fly. You can.
He can talk.
Let's see. Yeah. Perfect. So. There are 2 main floors, as well as a tower at the very top of the building. Most of the windows on the ground floor, and I'm sure you saw this as you wandered around, have curtains covering them, from the inside. There are a few that don't have curtains. Let me get your tokens on here. For ease, is it fine if I put just Keya or just Beriadan?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Just remember you aren't here. Just so everyone can see. Here is one of the open windows on the ground floor. Or rather, as open as closed windows can be.
See the
And
map.
over here
Let's say, yeah, the only thing I'm seeing is just a bunch of darkness and my
I'm seeing
tokens.
black screen in my Asmodeus.
You
Yeah.
have to click on your icon.
Oh, there we go. Fair
Oh,
enough.
huzzah! Light.
I could fight. So yes, this room here, you would have seen, like, quickly flying over, or however, and then over here too. Glancing as you fly around and search around, this room that you're looking into seems to be servants' quarters. It is empty at this time. Four simple beds, a chair. Um, Otherwise, nothing of note. Two doors leading out. Then over on the north side of the house, you see, as you fly around, this appears to be a kitchen. It is currently occupied um, by two figures. One interesting and one perhaps not quite as interesting. A woman who appears to be the chef, um, busying herself, going about the various stations, um, all that good stuff, cooking up meals, placing them in either for storage later or in a dumb waiter. Bell occasionally rings. She seems like notices, go, you know what I mean? Just like busy in a kitchen kind of deal. The
It's like
other,
rich people kitchen.
yes, the other inhabitant of the kitchen at this time is very interesting. Give me 1 second, because they actually do have an image. Here we go. You see inside of this, okay. Please let me select an image, brother. I don't know what's going on with my fucking computer right now. I'm terrified. I'm afraid. A gray feathery cat, large wings on its back, and bird talons on its for front legs. If I can get this damn thing to work. All right, yes, that's not what it is. It's nope. Okay. It's fine. We're fine. We're doing fine. It's all good. Gonna have to do it my damn self, I see. Yes, there we go. Good. Found it. It's working. It's going good.
Till it's not.
Yeah. Okay. For some reason I can't right click. Cool. So I'll post a link to the image. This is what you see.
Oh, that's creepy.
Minus the skull, of course.
Is it that size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skull for comparison.
Fucking cat from another campaign.
A winged cat, no less.
Let's
So
see.
she's so happy right now. That's excellent.
His name was Son of a Bitch. He
You
was
had
the best cat.
you had a cat like this in another campaign.
Yep. I was
Awesome.
a bird person, and the flying cat really liked me for some reason. I fed it fish, and it just kind of hung out with me.
Huh. Have you done this campaign before?
No, it's the Storm King's Thunder.
Nice. Yeah. So this cat is described also as being mean-looking with a bobtail and numerous battle scars. It is following the chef around the kitchen, picking up whatever scraps She drops on the floor. However, as you're as you have Nurgle peering into the room, the cat looks up, out, and directly at Nurgle and hisses.
Can see invisible shit. No. If I see that through his eyes, I'll just tell him to
Fly the
fly.
fuck away.
Yeah, not fly directly towards us, but like kind of in a
The-
circle.
Yeah. On the second floor, all of the windows have curtains in them. I should just say that.
Yeah. Actually, quickly, I'm gonna tell him to go to the second floor window in that blind spot. You said there was a window there.
Yeah, I'll get you guys over there 1 sec. We're gonna share, and we're gonna get the tokens on. Y'all can see just fine, I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I was partially mistaken. There are a few windows up here that are not curtained. But yes, this area here, this is a lower ceiling, second floor. So you might be able to see there is a room here without a curtain on it, which appears to be a master bedroom, currently unoccupied. Very, very well appointed and posh. Over here, yes, there is open windows which reveal a staircase, which I don't know how well you can see in there, not super well, but there is a landing, a long hallway, and you can see 2 doors, each of which has a guard standing out front of it. And then if you fly around to over this side, which gives you a better view, you see that each of these doors here in this hallway here has a guard standing in front of it. Oh, and of course, over here, this is a balcony, 15 feet off the ground. Open that up, there you go. Does that alter anyone's plans, perhaps?
In that no. Yeah, in the master bedroom. Was there anybody in there that Nurgle could see?
Let me see here. No.
Can it be opened from the outside?
The windows push outward,
Okay.
but they are not locked. Find them easy enough to
Then
open.
he will try to kind of stealth in if he can.
Sure, let me get some rolls going.
I got the sheet up.
Yep, then roll for it.
Advantage with invisibility or no?
Yep.
Cool. Oh man, I'm rolling shit today.
Creaks open the window over here. I'll just move everyone along just so we can all see, of course. And inside. So, this room contains a cord dangling near a little trap door in the southwest corner. A canopy bed with a gossamer shroud for keeping insects at bay. Freestanding privacy screen, decorated, painted fairly pretty. A cast iron bathtub with clawed feet, a fireplace, and a padlocked chest. The padlock is cast in the shape of a horned devil's scowling visage.
I'm sure that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's probably.
Take note of that.
That's fine. There is a single exit that you can see, aside from the aforementioned dumbwaiter, which is here in that southwest corner.
Okay. I'll get him to press his ear up against this door.
Mhm.
See if he can hear anybody on the other side.
Roll me a perception.
Whoops. Hit that twice.
That's fine.
Take the first one.
Yep, that was the plan. You
Good.
don't hear anything on the other side.
Is the door locked? Can you open it with the little imp hands?
Yeah, it is not locked.
Cool.
Cracks it open.
Just enough to fly through.
Yep, closed behind. So this room contains a vanity topped with a framed oval mirror, bottles of perfumes, brushes, cosmetics, needles, and spools of thread. Other furnishings include a folding wooden partition adorned with a bird of prey rendered in gold leaf, a black wardrobe, um, a tall black wardrobe, and a decorative gold rug laid out in front of 3 wooden chests.
Man, that's good shit in this house. And then I know there's a guard on the other side of that door. So I'm going to go to the south side door. Put
Sure.
my ear up against that. Or Nurgle's ear.
Once more,
Ooh, nice.
no sound on the other side, and once again, unlocked.
He will enter.
Henceforth, flies inside. Try and close behind, and so revealing a oak writing desk angled to face the middle of the room with a matching chair behind it and 2 black candlesticks atop it. Other furnishings include bookcases, 3, and a freestanding suit of black plate armor, topped with a bucket helm and equipped with a longsword and shield. A wrought iron spiral staircase, leads upwards.
Oh, he will follow that upwards. Heck, yes.
Uh,
Make Mallachie do work bringing up all these maps.
no, it's okay. Just gotta check something real quick.
No worries.
Okay. Another thing that happens as you open the door. I just had to double check something.
Yeah, no worries.
Um, you peer inside, look around, and as the last thing you take in is the freestanding suit of armor. It turns its helm to face you. And a fiery orange light fills the helm's hollow interior as it takes up a defensive position.
Fuck. Can Nurgle still just try to fly up the stairs, or?
You absolutely can. Roll me a quick initiative to see who acts first.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a dexterity check.
Yep.
Nurgle can take it.
If not, I'm literally just gonna like poof him out of existence.
Yeah. It swings first.
Ah, fuck.
Let's see. 2 strokes in quick succession. 17 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage.
Still alive.
Yeah, Nurgle is chopped once, twice. Second one misses. Now what are you doing? Just retreating or going through?
I'm gonna go up into the. Yeah, he's no, because I'm gonna take an attack from opportunity. No, I'm just gonna poof him out of existence and puff him back
All right.
to where we are. Just go like, poof. He's gone
Sha sha sha.
to his pocket realm, and then back within 30 feet of us, probably just right beside us.
So she has a helmed horror. That's not good.
There must have been something very interesting up those stairs. Too bad couldn't get a look at it. Plus, that freaking cat was looking at me or looking at Nurgle. Must have true sight of something.
So on the one hand, they probably know that somebody's looking to infiltrate the place. On the other hand, is that anything new?
Probably not. Or it could have just been some rogue devil.
True, but just the idea, like we've seen so many guards. She has that. We could probably assume there's many more traps we're not even aware of. So she is just in general suspicious and prepared. So
Indeed.
again, us sneaking in could work, but us also bypassing some traps and some guards under our guise could also work. I still don't know how we get her out at that time.
I think to get to her directly, well, actually, we know where the master bedroom is, which is probably where she resides at night, hopefully. So we can always wait until night and see if she's in there, and then just break directly into that room.
Ah, and then subdue her and leave through the window.
Can either one of you cast silence?
Yeah, that could be within your wheelhouse.
If this, any of the spell books that you have the spell silence, you can prepare it.
That could be very helpful.
Double checking my spell books.
No problem.
I know I cannot, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's not.
Is not within my repertoire either.
Yeah, I don't have that ability.
So it's a heist then.
I don't think Warlock can even get that spell either. Nope, they can't.
I do not have silence.
That could have been useful. Regardless.
I mean, I could prepare charm person, but then I wouldn't be able to disguise myself.
Well, if we can at least get into the room, I can just cast darkness on the entire room. And then we can sneak in and just have to basically make it so she doesn't make any noise.
Well, there are non-magical ways to do that.
Yes. But silence is better from afar. And it just makes it so even the thudding of feet on the ground won't even leave the room.
And if we're doing something like that, perhaps you don't even need a disguise.
No.
But well, maybe like a mask or something to cover your face so they don't know.
Perfect. I have an orc mask.
Like said orc mask.
Yes, okay.
I was thinking even
very handy.
A simple piece of cloth could do as well. But whatever we do, just that way, there's some type of guise, right? But maybe not as intricate because ideally no one even sees us. But if they do see us or if we have to fight our way out, then at least there isn't a direct identification to you. I do apologize, gentlemen. I assume that if Ekard or Asmodeus were seen, there would not be an immediate name recognition.
Depends if they know the House Minerva, but we are not well known.
Yeah, I don't think you are.
And like I said, my whole disguise self also, I mean, I could change the skin color of my Tiefling form here, so they probably wouldn't be able to recognize me. Though maybe additional disguise or layer of disguise probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
And we couldn't just send Nurgle up, could we? Like at least one of us, if not multiple of us, would need to go up into the room as well, right?
Nurgle is very small and can't subdue a woman by himself. He would basically just be my eyes. So I would more than likely have to do it.
And we're also assuming that she doesn't have her own.
Or we can just go in and all together and not cast darkness and just grab her.
I think darkness is a great play, But yes, you're right that, that maybe we save it. Maybe we hold on to it, right?
We can always, we can always use it to get away.
Mm-hmm.
Like go into a crossroads or something, and then pretend like we're going straight, but we actually go left.
Okay, I think I understand what you mean. I mean, I would just need some time to be able to prepare my spells from the other book. And that way I can...
I can cast darkness twice a day. More so if I have a rest. But
And for just a heads up, I will allow you to spend like the couple of hours until nighttime, and you can reshuffle your spells a little bit. Not a full spell reshuffling, but wizards already kind of have that ability with spell recovery.
Yeah.
Arcane
So what we're looking for, because I don't have silence, but I do have like charm person, and like I'll go through all my different spells and see what you guys...
Charm person, sleep, ways of inebriating a foe. And then if that were to fail, simply take a way of bounding her and silencing her. And of course, if we can't subdue her, we execute her.
I could cast sleep on her, and then just she becomes like a sack of potatoes.
If
and
you
we can
can
just...
cast charm person first,
that would probably be most useful, yes.
yes.
The only
Then
thing I could use to participate in this or to sort of really give any sort of credence would be minor illusion. That's all I can really do.
I think the idea that if Keya's our first go-to, and if her attempts fail, then we are all prepared for other means, right?
Yes.
I say in terms of combat, I've got Armor of Agathis, Guiding Bolt, and Booming Blade, and obviously Eldritch Blast.
There's a very good chance we will need combat.
No,
Could all go
survive
sideways, but
first contact with the enemy.
yeah. But we have a general idea of what we can do. So basically, do you want to try that tonight or tomorrow night, or just try to go in the front door? Basically, take her out by surprise, or try to take her out with her knowing we're there, and all of her guards knowing we're there.
Surprise option would probably be our best bet, if only so the fact that we don't have to deal with the guards.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. I was even thinking like if we were to disguise ourselves, get in, enter a conversation, and then Keya were to cast a charm person spell. I mean, that would work well, and she could just walk out with us. And
If
tell
she
the
was
guards.
alone, yes, but if her guards are around, which I kind of...
Precisely. And of course, if the spell fails and she calls her guards, now we are
I mean,
in a bad situation.
Yes.
Also remember that if you do go in disguise, you would be disguising yourself as her son, and from what you can tell, the favored son at that. Not to completely lead you either
Sure.
way, but that is some information that you know.
Yeah.
That is true, though. Yes.
I mean, if she only has one god with her, then I could upcast and charm the god.
Could charm both of them.
Well said, Keya.
I mean, if she's got any more than one god with her, then it would just be a matter of if the other god says it's okay, and so does Lady Vanthampur, and maybe the other god is like, well, okay, I guess so.
The difficulty is that, remember, it is a verbal and somatic spell. They would notice you casting it. So if you're successful and only they two see it, they won't complain because they're charmed.
I mean,
But if anyone else sees it, they will have known that you have casted a spell, which tends to have hostile intent.
yes, I mean, I do talk with my hands quite a lot, so hopefully it's just disguised as me
Well,
doing...
remember, you have to, and I'll show her. Like, remember, when you cast the spell, you need to do this type of. And I'll move my hands and like, It's quite precise. Remember, kids, when a semantics component is required, when you add flair, that is when we get into the realm of wild magic, and that is not something we wish for. That is how people turn blue. Sometimes.
Right. Don't want that.
The other thing is that being charmed doesn't necessarily mean that she'll come with us. She just sees us as being friendly. Am I correct?
Yes.
I think the exact wording is friendly acquaintance.
Yeah, the charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't
Um,
mean necessarily that she'll come with us, but
It
who
does
knows?
mean that you
It-
have any sort of you have advantages on any sort of
Social interactions.
and she cannot fight back.
Yeah.
So if we then that just provides an opportunity for Ekard, our Ekard, to Emric. But anyways, Ekard, disguised as Emric, to perhaps try and convince his mother to go for a walk with him,
Could work.
or to go and negotiate the terms of surrender for Duke Portier.
I could see that working.
I don't know, or something, some reason to get her out of the building, and then even once we get her away, if she decides to no longer listen to us, then we can.
Well, it is that we can kind of disguise ourselves tonight and try to get her on her own in her bed, either kill her or take her. And then if that fails, then we can always leave, try to flee somewhere safe, change our disguises, and then try our Amric plan the next day. But they might be more on guard.
Yes, and then she'll be much less likely to leave.
Mm-hmm. But she could
Um,
show us to the basement where they meet the other Baneites. At the very least.
Yes. Ekard, how do you feel about the idea of being Emric and being able to convince this seemingly intelligent lady with your ruse?
That I'm not too certain on. The disguise I can obviously, do almost flawlessly here, but trying to convince her while trying to impersonate Amric, that that's gonna take some serious acting chops.
To be fair, acting and persuasion is technically your wheelhouse.
What if we merge
Yeah,
the
true.
plans? What if we go in disguised at night through her window? Emric has found out that his mother, people within the mother's house, are planning to assassinate her, and he's brought along a squad or a team to help rescue her, and we need to escape through the window now.
That might actually be a good idea there.
She says no, then we still try and subdue her, of course, right? But
And at that point, I can charm person, and if that doesn't work,
even upon her first glance at us, if she sees her son rather than stranger, that might
Yeah,
prevent her from screaming for help. That might, right?
circumstantial bonus. Yeah, that would definitely.
That could work.
Yeah,
I definitely think going at night is our better advantage.
moving under
Well,
cover of darkness would give us some advantage. Yeah.
why don't we try that? We'll put the two together.
Sounds good?
Go at night, disguised, try and allow Ekard an attempt to guide her out. Should Ekard's attempts seemingly fail, though I have great faith in your abilities, Ekard, then perhaps Keya goes to a charm.
or even a sleep spell.
Right. Whatever you, I guess, feels best in the moment. And should that fail, then Asmodeus can do what he does best.
Absolutely. Charming the panties off of women.
Well, when you put it like that, I don't believe that's gonna work.
It could work, but I more meant you using that Eldritch Cannon I gave you to
Oh, my
blow her away.
second best skill.
Excellent. Okay. Excellent.
Keya rolls her eyes.
Fair enough. All right, we have a plan. Wait until nightfall.
Very good. All right. And as you wait for nightfall, preparing yourselves for the grand heist about to occur, we'll call it for this week.
Aw, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
Y'all
good to
ready
me.
for this?
Oh, fucking nervous and excited all.
Yep.
Yep.
You get that whole week to think about everything that could possibly go wrong. with
Yep.
this
Yep.
plan.
Yep.
Feel free to continue thinking about it, of course, and talking amongst yourselves. And if you have a question, well, easy enough.
We know where to find you.
Yes,
Can
generally.
do.
I
Are we-
absolutely know where to find him. I know where he sleeps.
Oh my god.
It's true.
Yeah.
Tanner is almost directly below me right now.
You mean like
Yeah.
in a separate room, or you mean like?
Sexually.
Sexually, obviously.
Okay. Okay.
Right,
okay.
right,
Stuff can be
right.
two things. Hey guys, stuff can be two things.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Are we playing this campaign next week, or are we playing
I
Tony?
am not sure. I think the thing that Tony got hit with was a coworker no longer able to work due to maternity leave, I think it was. So I guess his schedule just balanced out, and then it got fucked like immediately after that. So it's a little bit up in the air. I think for now the plan is for me, but it could be Tony. I'm not sure.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll
I
play
mean,
I'd be
it
happy to
whenever.
play either,
Yep.
but
Yeah,
Yep.
I was talking to a coworker. I said, "Yeah, I got D&D today, but I don't know if we're doing Avernus or if we're doing Abyss, because the Tony said that he wasn't able to do this week, so I'm like, it could go either way."
Yep. Generally speaking, I'll probably be able to run most of the times that Tony isn't. So there you go.
fantastic.
Awesome.
Sounds good to me.
Well, if we're not doing Avernus next week, then I look forward to dying alongside you in the Underdark. If not, then we shall continue this grand heist next week.
Oh my god, that's right. They took Kosturkas. Oh no.
Tony's back.
No, we got him back.
Did
Even though
we?
the
Oh my
Draga
god,
almost
it's been
killed him
so
by
long.
slamming him into a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't recall any of this, so
we won, but at what cost?
whatever.
I think in that chase, Kosturkas nearly died twice, and I don't mean like went down. I mean he very nearly instantly died twice.
Oh, good.
Oh, rough.
He took enough damage during the chase when he was crushed by the rocks at the end there, because he like force pushed everybody out. He got crushed by the rocks and took so much damage that he had negative his maximum hit points, but like -3. So like he was 3 points off from instantly
Rough.
dying. And then
Yikes.
when you guys were trying to lift the rocks off him before they shifted back and were like would have crushed him, I think it was up to Spirit actually to get the one last successful athletics check, and she managed it. Otherwise, Kosturkas probably would have fucking died. That's my proudest achievement, is this character who has almost died more times than I can count, and yet still hasn't.
We've
That's
all
better
kind of
than
been
all
there,
mine.
yeah. Because Spirit nearly bitted herself more than once.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, anytime any of my characters have come close to dying, they have. So
They just have.
they just die.
yep. pretty
That's
much.
not even close. They just do it.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tanner, you had a death actually.
I had a
Very-
character death.
Yep.
Another one of our characters killed me as she was under the influence of being a vampire.
And
Yeah, you were telling us that before the Christmas break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
it was
Whoa.
natural 20 on a death saving throw, followed by Tanner immediately rolling a natural 1 and instantly dying.
Yep.
Rough.
What a hero.
To be fair, if
Sacrifice.
Spirit does buy the farm, I actually got like 2 backup characters in store just on the off chance.
Oh no, for sure. I've got a character lined up that I think would be quite enjoyable if Costa Rica status, because I don't know, I find character building to be quite fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
have
Alex has that problem too.
I've got
Yes.
I've got 53 characters.
Yep. I don't know
It's
how
like-
many I have, but they're
Yeah.
not. Most of them are not written down. It's just, hey, this would be a cool combination.
I've got this Fight Club app, and it's just like every once in a while, I'm just like, and I just like make a class and then like background story and everything. Yeah. happy
I
to
make
pretty
at
much.
least 2 backup characters for every character I make.
Yeah.
Because I know they're gonna die.
Just compulsively keep making them because I can't stop.
It's a good
Yes.
habit. It's a good habit. All right, GG
All
everyone.
right.
Yes.
GG.
Yeah, good game.
Be safe. Be healthy. We'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
See
Indeed.
ya.
See ya.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Adios.